Hello friends, welcome to this video of Microsoft Excel in which we are going to discuss this alignment section of the home ribbon. Alignment basically means that how Microsoft Excel align or positions the content of the cell or set of data. Now this section has different option for alignment of the content of the cell in different manner. Now before going into details of each and every of these available options as well as this dialog box, we are going to discuss that what are the defaults for any kind of data in Microsoft Excel in terms of its alignment. So for text, generally the default is it will be in left side, but for numbers it will be in right side. Logicals would be centrally placed. So like this, if you say, so these are the logicals which comes out as true or false, and for that we also have this kind of logical functions here. And out of that we have already gone through this if, ifs, and or, all those kind of logical functions. And errors are also centrally placed or centrally aligned in horizontal manner. So these are the defaults of alignment in Microsoft Excel. Now the options that are available in this ribbon are the most commonly used alignment options. So these are the options for vertically position or align the text or content. So if we use this one, it will be placing the text on the upper part, this will be the middle, and this will be the lower one. Similarly, this is left alignment in terms of horizontal alignment, this is middle, and this is the right alignment. Now if you see here, whenever we type the data and it takes the default alignment for the vertical one, that is placed at lower side or bottom side, but the horizontal alignment does not indicate any kind of alignment, and by default it takes as per the data itself. Now suppose we want to align this data in different angle, so we can use this angular alignment where we can set that at angle counterclockwise. So it will be like this. This is showing in hash sign because the data is not filled completely in the cell and it is overflowing. It can be like this, clockwise at 45-degree angle. The text can be placed vertically. So each and every letter of the text would be placed vertically. Next options are rotate text up and rotate text down. Now difference between these two and the vertical text is, in vertical text the individual letter is not being rotated, whereas in this rotate text up and down, individual letter is also being rotated. And the last option will take us to this dialog box, which we will see in later part of this video. Now moreover, all the options that we have seen till now are the toggle options. So suppose you again select this one, it move the format of the text or alignment of the text towards the default. So suppose I have made this vertical alignment towards the top side, and now I again click that button, then it will come to default for that specific text. Suppose I have made a left alignment for this one, and routinely the numbers are rightly aligned in horizontal manner. So if I again select this one, it would come to right alignment. But the difference between both these two, that here it will show as bottom alignment, but here it will not show as right alignment. So whenever we toggle anything, it would come to default by this one. Next we will discuss the indentation in Microsoft Excel. Now typically if you press tab in Microsoft Excel, it will change the active cell towards the right side. So suppose I want to tab or shift the text towards the right side. Similarly in Microsoft Word or PowerPoint, we can use this increase or decrease indentation. So by increasing the indentation, I can move the text towards the right side, and by decreasing the indentation, I can move the text towards the left side. Now suppose your text is rightly aligned and you are increasing the indentation, by default the Microsoft Excel would shift to left alignment and then provide the indentation. So suppose I want indentation towards the right side, what I can do is I can increase the indentation with left alignment and then I can rightly align the text to have indentation from the right side. Next, we will discuss about this wrap text. Suppose you have a very long text in any of the cell in Microsoft Excel and it is overflowing towards the right side as there is no data, and still you would be able to read it. But suppose you have some data here, then the text would not be visible. Or otherwise also, if you want to keep the text in readable format or very concise format in single cell, you can use this wrap text and it will adjust the text content in single cell or the selected cell. So you can here increase or decrease the cell size to adjust the specific cell with the wrap text as per your requirement and readability. Here also the wrap text is a toggle button, so you again select it and the format would go to the default or original one before the wrap text. Next we discuss regarding merge and center. So suppose you want to merge all these selected cells into a single cell, you can use this merge and center. So it will make it a single cell and would make it centrally aligned. Here it would be identified by the left upper corner cell, that would be G3 here, and in any of the formula or function you need to identify the data in this merge cell by that specific name of that range. So if we do it here, it would be identified as G3 and then I need to identify this data by G3 in all the futures formula or functions. Now suppose I use the same function here, merge and center, then it will show me an error because there is the data in other cells except this first or left upper cells. So what it will do, it will only keep the upper left value and discard the other value in all other cells. So what it do, it will keep only A1 here and remove all the other data. So you need to take it into note that it will affect your data into that specific range. Now here also you can use simple merge cell. So after that it will merge cell but it will not change the alignment towards the center side. Now suppose you want to just merge this A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6 individually, A7, A8, A9 individually. So that will be merging only the cells in a typical single row. So you can use here the merge across function, and what it will do, that it will merge the data in the row only, not in the whole selected area. And here also it will just keep the data in the left side and will remove all the data towards the right side of the selected range. And here also it would be identified as the left most cell, that is K2 here, K3 here in this one, K4 here and likewise. So that is the use of this merge across, and again you can go back by toggling the button and it will move towards the original one, but mind that here it will not retain the data. Next we can use unmerged cell as we have done right now. By toggling this button you can also use this unmerged cell options from this drop down. Next we move towards the less routinely used option for this alignment section by this dialog box of format cell, in which there is an alignment section itself. Out of this we have already gone through this general left, center and right alignment. Here for left and right alignment you can also provide indentation individually. Next option is the fill option. For that we are taking this example here, that these are the master header of any master sheet or a large section under which there are various indicators. Now this kind of situation happens in our dissertation master sheet as well, where we have this kind of pre and post lab profile or other sections. Now what happens, that suppose I am in this area, I am not able to see that what are the headers of this section. So I need to either remember it from this fill section or fill color, or I need to go to this area where there is this specific header name, or I need to select this area so I can get the title from this formula box. Now to overcome this, what we can do is, first we can provide 2 or 3 space after this title, and then after selecting this section, we can go into this dialog box and select fill and press OK. So what it will do, it will fill the whole range with this specific title. So even if I am in this area, I can see that this is an pre-op lab profile and this is the post-op lab profile if I do it similarly here as well. Now to discuss the next options, I have this long text in the cell. I am selecting the cell and then selecting justify. So it will work similar to the justify in Microsoft Word. Along with that, it will also wrap the text in the single cell. For the next option, I am again selecting similar kind of text and select this distributed. So press OK and it will distribute the text along with wrapping the text. Now the difference between this justify and this distributed is, it will also distribute the last sentence or the last line of the text as well to even making it justified. You can also provide some indentation along with this distributed so that indentation will be applicable from the both side of the cell. Now for the next option, that is center across the selection, I am having this example which is similar to the merge cell or merge and center. And the function or option itself is similar to this merge across. But there is some basic difference that we'll be seeing. So when you select this center across selection, what happens? That it will show this kind of format which was similar to the merge across. So in merge across, we also had similar kind of outcome. So here also, these cells are merged and the data is written from the left side. But the difference here is, if there is data towards the right side of the first cell, then the data is not being merged. Secondly, if you remove this data from here, it will adjust the data itself. Also, if you remove all the data from the right side, it will keep the left side data itself. And suppose you remove data from the left side, it will not affect the arrangement of the cell. Next thing, here the cell structure remains intact. So all these cells are being identified by the actual name like this G10 or H10. So the cell structure has not changed and has not been merged into identification of a single cell, which is not being observed in this merged cell option. So here the whole 3 cells are being merged and identified by the upper left or the most left side of cell. So this will be useful when you are using or entering some data in this afterwards. So it will readjust the data. Along with that, when you copy this data and paste to the other place as a master sheet, as a part of master sheet or any other way, it will not affect that copy pasting. But if you have merged some cells and you are copy pasting that whole range or data set, it may show some error when you paste those data, which you might have observed in your master sheet as well. So this is a better way to use compared to this merge and center. But routinely, most of the time we are using this merge and center, and it might not also be causing any error. But if it is causing error, you can use this kind of selection as well. Next option are for the vertical arrangement. For that, I am writing some text here. Now, we have already gone through these 3 options that are top, bottom and center. Other options are like justify, in which the text would be seen at upper alignment, and distributed, in which it would be seen as central alignment. Otherwise, there is no major difference if you use it for this kind of larger text. So suppose you use justify here, what it will do? It will justify the cell data vertically. So it would be evenly spaced in vertical manner. Similarly, if you use this distributed, it will also function in similar way. So you will not see any of the difference except in this kind of situation where there is very minimal text. In that cases it will arrange or align the text in different way. Next option in this section are wrap text that we have already gone through, merge cell, that is the typically merge cell without any change in the alignment, and shrink to fit. Shrink to fit works when we have this kind of overflowing data or text, and when we select this shrink to fit, it will adjust the cell font and various kind of formatting to fit those data in the available space of the cell. Next, we have this orientation section where we can vertically align the text without rotating the individual letter, or we can also get it to an angular section or angular pattern without rotating the letters. So if we set it to 30 degree or manually suppose 35 degree and press OK, it will get aligned in that angular manner. So it is similar to this one, but we can customize the angle by this section. The last one that remains is this option of right to left, where you can arrange the text from right to left in case you are using the language like Urdu, which has been read in right to left manner. So that are all the options available in this alignment section of Home Ribbon. I hope you would have learned something new, and if you do have, kindly like the video and share it. Comment below the video if you want to learn something new or other topics, or you have difficulty in application of these options of the alignment section. Kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to receive all the updates of this channel. Thank you.